Short video will look at how to use the full cost recovery calculator. I've opened the workbook, and as you can see, it's got a little guidance here. So the summary is the tab that pulls together all the information from other tabs. Direct salary costs. If you've watched the video on what full cost recovery is, you'll know what I mean by that. Indirect salary costs, direct delivery costs, and indirect costs. So the summary sheet just pulls everything through from the other sheets. If we look at the direct salary costs, you can see here, these will need updating to reflect the pension rate the employer pays, any changes in national insurance allowance, any changes in national insurance rates. If your pension scheme is an auto-enrolment scheme, if it has a qualifying earnings, and here the number of hours that a full-time employee would work. And then in here you just put the name of the employee, their job title, the hours they work per week. If they were full-time, what would they be paid? And then it calculates it all for you there. So it says they work 21 hours a week, but on this particular project they're just going to do 7. So there you go, there's the cost of the project, and that's how you can work that through. Then on the indirect salary costs, so again this works exactly the same as direct salary costs. So again, these will all need updating if rates change, and any indirect staff time, again, you can calculate in exactly the same way as the direct salary costs. As you see on the summary, it's got the direct salary costs there. Direct delivery costs, so you just list all the direct delivery costs. So for example, room hire, and say for the project it's going to cost £4,000. And what type is it? Well, it is room hire. And here you can see you can select from room hire, activity costs, equipment, print, paper and postage, telephone or other direct costs, and you can put in any notes that you want here. Say if we add here purchase of items for cooking activities, and say we're going to say that costs 1,500, if not 15,000, Emma. So we go into there and we just call that an activity cost. And again, we could put some notes there. If we go back to the summary, you can see it's pulled that through. And then the indirect costs. So we've made a list here, any overheads, the method of allocation, and then this will help you calculate. So say you've got general office rent of that, your allocation method, you're going to use the headcount method. So your total people you have working for your organisation are 5, and working on the project directly will be 2. It'll calculate a relevant percentage. Say if we wanted to use the floor space method, we'd change that to floor space. Say your space you occupied was 4,000 square foot and the people working on the project took up 1,500. That's 38%, and you can see that's changed. So if we change that from floor space back to headcount, it'll keep changing through. Again, for administration costs and legal and professional fees. One thing that I probably would say is it's sometimes easier to use the same allocation method throughout, because then it just doesn't get confusing. So there you have it, a really quick guide to using the full cost recovery workbook. I hope that helps.